What's the deal, y'all? It's Mike at TNT Kennels, or you can call me Ness, Um, how everybody doing this morning? You feel me? Wake up, all praises. Definitely all praises. But I wanted to talk about some. I don't want to say basic, because this is probably one of the biggest choices you make, and it can set you up for success or it can set you up for failure, and that all comes with so many different variables. What do you start your foundation as? Are you starting with a boy, or are you starting with a girl? Male or female? I'm gonna tell y'all what I've learned and what I advise for anybody who really wants to build. We can start off with the boy, because that's where I started. So I'm gonna start off with the boy. If you somebody I'm gonna start off cons, and I'm gonna tell you how it's gonna negatively affect you. If you're somebody who's not a social media person, don't like posting, or don't like necessarily engaging or any of that, you have a boy, I wouldn't even suggest it, because you have to post that dog. Don't nobody want a flavor. Don't nobody want nothing they don't want. You ain't never just, you don't, you don't, no one does. We don't think of things we don't know anything about. You're not sitting there thinking of some foreign food that you never heard of, because you don't know anything about it. You've never tasted it. You've never seen it. Doesn't even pique your interest. So we can scratch the surface at that. Two, one of the fundamental things is it's really hard to build. And I'm gonna tell you the truth, it's hard to build. You can come color, you might know somebody, you might feel like this and that. Everybody isn't so lucky. And like I said, if you already started off and failed on step one, nobody knows your dog exists. No, we don't know the dog exists to be like, damn, that's an amazing stud right there. I need him. We don't know that. We don't know that. So, excuse me. Pup back deals. Everybody's not willing to give you a pup back. Everybody might not even be willing to take your dog. When you have a female, you have options. They have multiple choices. In a lot of cases with a male, unless you start off with a badass male who has that bloodline or already has a name, or you have some kind of presence, and I mean on social media or something, to where you know how to build that dog, and you know how to market that dog, and you know how to take care of that dog, and like, no one to know. You will be doing all that work for nothing. And I'm not saying that you're not working hard. And that's not to take away from anybody or their program. You gotta get you a girl. To me, you gotta get you a girl. So for me, I started off with my boy. I was like a year and 3 months. So I had him since he was 2 months, 8 weeks, available, ready, out the door. I had him. I went through a lot of trials and tribulations with him, ups and downs. There's a lot of times I wanted to give up. There's times I almost got kicked out for him, all types of shit, But I came with it. I knew what I was jumping into, especially at a place that wasn't necessarily approving of it. I got my own space. It's not the biggest space, but it's my own space. And him being what he was, I got a tape measure with me. I'm not, you feel me? I keeping up my keys. Him being a classic or standard, he'd be over 16 or 17. I don't have a big enough I don't have a huge apartment. That's 17. That's from Paul the Wither. I have a micro. I have a girl. It was about 12 and a half. About 12 and a half. From Paul the Wither. I originally had some breeds lined up, but things change. Like I said, variables change. So some of the dogs that he was gonna get bred to, some either passed, some of the owners didn't have anywhere to keep their dog anymore, so they got rid of the dogs. Things happen. So it's a lot harder for that, to build off that. Some of my friends, they ended up being lucky to I can't even say lucky. I'm gonna say blessed, because that's a blessing to be able to have situations to where they had a dog that they could breed with and build off their boys. But all of us can't. Whereas with a girl, that litter of 4, that litter of 2, that litter of 5, you pick your first, you pay for your stud, you get more of what you want, you get more choices. I'm not even coming down to money, because I know y'all are already thinking money, but it's not even about that. It's about building. Build. These people not looking to give you $1 million. They not even, and nobody's gonna put $1 million up or own even a couple thousand on a dog that they don't believe in. We ain't never seen you go to the vet. We have never seen you do anything to really. You have to show and prove that you really care. And with this, like I said, this is my journey. Y'all gonna see my rights. Y'all gonna see my wrongs. Y'all gonna see where I learned my lessons. And I think it's foundation to start with a female. Just realistically, it doesn't make sense to start with a male unless you have everything in place too. You got other breeders possibly around you, other people who y'all all jumping in the game at the same time where y'all can build together. If it's just you, don't start off with a male, I promise you. You're gonna come out the same thing. You're gonna come out the same thing. You're gonna spend the same thing on dog food. You get in the same class. Understand your size. I almost forgot about that. Understand the size, the space you're working with, and understand what size works best for you. So also why, you feel me, I keep one of these on deck. And you just go from there, man. It's all a learning process. My girl, she's 9 months. She just turned 9 months. And I'm learning her. I'm not gonna lie, like I just know her. I only had her a couple weeks. I'm learning her. I got her from a very good breeder. I was told she has some heavy bully camp line. I'm waiting for her paperwork to see, because I'm not one of those people who gonna be my dog's 5 times this side until I really see it physically. I'm not. Like I said, we all gonna, this is part of my journey, and we gonna go from there. But when everything's confirmed and we gonna go from there. Like I said, I can't wait. This all gonna be a lot of learning for me. This might be rough. This might be all over the place, but excuse that. This is my first video, and I'm gonna keep rocking with y'all. TNT gang.